Now, this episode of the Dondrick Ray channel is for my big fellas who are starting from scratch. You didn't know that you could still look good as a big dude. I told you where to shop. I told you what stores is popping. Now you starting from the beginning saying to myself, I don't even know what to buy. This episode is for y'all because I'm going to teach y'all how to build a wardrobe as a big and tall man. Let's go. What's up, big fellas? Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of my channel. And if you like the content, if you like the information, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as that bell notification so that you're notified anytime I drop some new heat. Also, follow me on Instagram at Dondrick_Ray. Now let's jump into the content. Yeah. Now I got 7 steps to successfully build a wardrobe as a big man. So you guys ain't gonna wanna miss this, especially if you're one of them dudes who's starting off from scratch. First tip is to choose a style. How do you choose a style, you say? Simple. Take a celebrity, take somebody who's in the public eye, somebody whose style that you like, that you really dig, and just say, I like that. I wanna try to do that. And start paying attention to the items that they're wearing and how they're wearing them, and start implementing that into your wardrobe. But let me tell you guys this first. When I say choose a style, choose one style. It's gonna be way too expensive and way too confusing if you're trying to choose multiple styles. If you're trying to go streetwear but then trying to go dapper on the other side, it's gonna cost you way too much money, and you're gonna be confused about what you actually need to buy to achieve the look that you're trying to achieve. So choose one style, build on that style, and once you have that style down pat, then maybe try to move on to something else. And that brings me to my second point, which is choose a style based on your lifestyle. It'll be crazy for you to have a room full of Jordans and you work in corporate America. Because think about it, when are you actually gonna have time to wear all that stuff? So spend your money on stuff that matters. If you work in corporate America, you may want to try some business casual stuff and or maybe some suits. But on the other hand, don't go out and buy 4 or 5 suits if you're not living a lifestyle that's conducive of you needing to wear suits. It's gonna be pointless money spent. Do you know how much legitimate suits cost? Now look, every man needs a suit in their closet, at least a black or dark blue one. But you don't need a suit for every day of the week if you're a construction worker. So be smart about what you're doing and buy things based on your lifestyle. Number 3, buy versatile pieces. Buy pieces that you can wear with multiple things. Don't go out and buy a whole bunch of shirts with extravagant prints, and then don't go out and buy a whole bunch of shirts with like extravagant prints and try to rock those every day, because you're gonna look like the dude who's flashy but really ain't got it like that because you keep wearing the same stuff. Instead, buy the basics. Buy something a little more understated first. Buy things that you can wear with more than one outfit. But how do you know what a versatile piece is? Well, that brings me to my 4th point. Make good color choices. All right, your blacks, your grays, your dark blues, whites like white t-shirts, and then maybe even throw some tans or browns in there. Start with those colors first. Build a solid foundation. And then after that, maybe you can jump into some reds or some light blues or some greens or some yellows or whatever floats your boat. But when you're first building a wardrobe, stay away from statement pieces. My 5th tip, number 5, is make sure the fit is right. Don't go and buy skinny jeans and then try to match them up with a style that's not conducive to skinny jeans or that's not accepting of skinny jeans. Maybe you go slim or regular fit. And another thing, get rid of those big and baggy clothes that you worn for so many years because you knew that it hid all of your fat. You ain't gotta do that. Everybody knows you're fat. Everybody. The least you can do is embrace it. Now, I'm not saying show it off, But there are some pieces that you can rock in some colors that would actually make you look not as big as you really are. Now I would have to jump into a whole nother episode to tell you what those things are. But the moral of this tip is make sure that your clothes fit correctly. Tip number 6 is shop out of season. I know the winter's coming around now and everybody may need a coat, especially if you guys are in the South or in the East or in the Midwest, because it's getting a little cold. And you may have outgrown stuff that you had from last year this time of season. But in the future, when you know that season is coming upon us, when you know the winter months are coming upon us, start looking at jackets at around August or September, because you're going to be able to find them way cheaper than you would in December. And if you find them cheaper, you can buy more of them. Same thing with stuff for the summer. You can actually start looking into stuff for the summer right now. Your basketball shorts, start looking for that stuff now, because it's going to be way easier on your wallet if you do it now as opposed to if you do it in June. And my last piece of advice as to how to build a wardrobe as a big and tall man is accessorize. Start looking into watches if you haven't looked into them. Not just that iWatch that you wear every day trying to track your steps, acting like you're trying to lose weight. You ain't fooling nobody. Other jewelry pieces, bracelets, necklaces. I'm not into all that big bling. I'm not into really like the hip hop type of presentation. But if that's what you're into, be iced out. Just be safe. Ain't no reason to be wearing no Gucci belt with no Walmart pants on. Accessorize with things that match your lifestyle. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. If you got money, fine, go out and buy all the nice expensive stuff. But if you don't have money, be sensible, be practical, be creative. Find ways where you can still look good without having to spend that extra dollar. So that's it, big fellas. Thank you guys once again for tuning in to another episode on my channel. Leave in the comments below any suggestions you guys have of future videos or whatever you want me to talk about as it pertains to big and tall men. I'm down for. So once again, thank you guys, and remember, just because we big don't mean we can't stay fly. Peace. One more thing, big fellas, click the Amazon links in the description below. Even if you don't buy what's on that link, I still get credit if you purchase something within 24 hours. So you're doing Christmas shopping anyway, you might as well give me credit for what you buy on Amazon. Come on, help a brother out.